Hi, I'm Travis.
And I'm James.
And this week on Monday Coffee Show, we're going to talk about some misconceptions and maybe some urban mythology around LGBTQ things.
Today we have a special guest joining us, one of my good friends, Dakar. So come on over. So for those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Oh, well, my name is Dakar. You can find me on Facebook at Dakar Robert. I'm a makeup artist, a wardrobe stylist, a writer, just to name a few things. I don't like to do everything, but you gotta keep your options open.
So to jump into the topic, we kind of want to mainly talk about this societal perception that people have about the LGBT community. Mainly, the two main things I have a problem with is one, people kind of base each individual person off of like what they see in the media. So like a lot of times when you see gay characters on TV shows or in the media, it's like overly flamboyant, catty for no reason, promiscuous, and it's just like not all people are like that. Some are, but not all, that's not my business. But not everyone is like that. And the second thing is I kind of feel like to a certain extent we're kind of portrayed as victims all the time. Like I feel like a lot of times they want to kind of feel like, oh, like they're so helpless and they're always being discriminated against, which we are discriminated against sometimes, but it's not always a thing where it's like we can't defend ourselves in any way. Some people can or don't want to, but not everyone.
True, because we are men.
Don't forget that part.
Do you work with like a company or anything, or are you like
Well,
a freelance
I
person?
have my own company.
That's great.
Vain Expressions LLC. So I started about a few years back, and it's been very hard. But soon I'll be launching my own makeup line, which I've been working on. I've been working through all of the hoops and bounds that it takes to, test a lot of products out, see if I like this, what I like and what I don't like. And my clientele really is used to a certain type of service and a certain type of product. And I just have to make sure that the product that I put out, with my name or with my brand on it is gonna, reflect the type of services that I provide when I'm doing a service for a client. So that's just a little bit of what's going on. I love what I do.
Good. I feel like that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, because I feel as though that if you don't love what you do, you can't really put your best foot forward. It's not authentic, and I think that's what a lot of people like about me or like about my brand, that it is authentic. I don't try to make somebody different. I try to find the best, your best self. That's what I always, speak to my client. I always say so vain, like that's one of the hashtags that I use, so vain. But vanity means a lot of different things. Like you can take it very negative, like most of the media and most people usually think. But you should have a certain amount of vanity in yourself. Like if you don't have that self-love, or you don't have that self, awareness about yourself, how can you go out into the world and really, with a strong face on, to touch back on the topic that we're talking about today, like, it's really, if you're not, if you don't have that self-awareness and that self-love, anything or, any generalizations or any ideals that the world will put on you, or just, anybody that you might meet, how can you face the world when you don't know how to face yourself? And if you don't know who you are, then you'll just fall into whatever category that somebody might place you in. And I'm not a fan of categories. Being feminine, masculine, in between, whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm me. So, and I want my clients or people that I work with to be them, or people that I'm just around. Like, if you can't be yourself, then who are you? And I can't be associated or be around with people who don't know who they are. And when people show you who they are, you have to believe them.
And to piggyback off of that, so Dakar and I have known each other for like almost 6 years now.
6 years, long time.
And, you know, I'm not going to say any names or put any, you know, or throw shade, so to say. I'm not gonna do all that. But I feel like we've had friends, well, people that we were people that we surrounded ourselves with, who, like you said, may not have known exactly who they were, and they kind of fell into the stereotypical role of like a gay guy, like just catty for no reason, petty, and not petty in a good way where it's like a retaliation, petty where it's just like for no reason you're just extra.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of, I feel like when people see that, they just kind of think like that's how everybody is. It's like if they continuously see that, it's like that must be how everybody is. But they meet people like me and they expect me to be a way, and it's like I'm not that way at all. Like people see the way I dress and the way I act, sometimes they think I'm prissy. I'm not prissy, but not all the time. But I just feel like everybody's an individual. Like I'm definitely more of a laid back type of person, so I'm not the type that goes out seeking attention. When I get attention, it's because I am who I am. I'm comfortable in that. And I feel like everybody just needs to kind of realize that while we are a part of a community, we're still individuals.
Right.
So like the only thing we have in common would be like who we are as far as character trait, well not character traits, as far
sexual
as
preference, to be honest.
I don't even call it preference because I mean I don't prefer men over women. I just only like men. So
True.
So, but I just feel like that's kind of like the main thing that kind of not boxes it, well, kind of boxes us in because people will see that and they're just like, oh, well, they're some kind of way because they like this sex or whatever, but it's not like that. I just feel like just make sure when you meet somebody, regardless of if they're gay, straight, bi, whatever, take them as an individual because seeing them as just, oh, that's a gay person, like that's my gay friend, that's another thing that annoys me. Don't ever say that. Because it's like, again, it's like kind of categorizing you. Like, oh yeah, I want a gay best friend. I had people say it to me, and I'm just like...
I feel like that's also like so different than saying this person's my friend.
That's
like,
right.
It's like this person, like, oh hey, look, this is like almost like it's a pet.
I was like,
this is my person, like this is my pet.
It makes them a possession instead of a person.
Individual person, right.
And, you know, I feel that a lot of times people get, you know, excited about having something, like they want to be part, like as if it's some kind of club. Like, oh my God, like you're gay, like we have to be best friends. And I'm like, no.
And it's because, or they have a friend who has a gay friend, they're like, oh my God, I want somebody just like that. And they know that you're gay, and they're just like, oh, you're going to be just like that. No,
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to speak to you. Like,
and let's also realize, like I said, I'm not the prissy like type of guy. Like I'm not into high fashion. I do like some, you know, some pieces here and there. But I'm not like that person who's like, oh, I know the latest trends and styles or whatever. And it's like, no, I'm good all that. Like, I'm from West Philly. I'm put together, but that part can come out real quick. Don't try it.
Wait a minute.
Just saying.
We can't frighten your viewers. That's not nice.
No, I'm not talking this is just the people who like to like generalize. Because another thing is that like, I don't get it much at all, or pretty much at all now, but like when I was younger, like you would like have comments when you walk in the street, like people like, oh, faggot or whatever, and it's just like, to me, if that did happen, it doesn't bother me, but when I was younger, it did, because it's still like, when you're young and you're gay, it's like you're still coming into yourself, you're still trying to find out exactly who you are, and you're trying to gain that self-confidence, and it's like when you don't have that, and you have outside sources telling you like, oh, this is wrong, you shouldn't be doing this, or whatever, it kind of does like affect you mentally in a way.
Right, and it causes you to lash out and to become the stereotype that the world wants you to be, because everybody started from day one saying, oh, you're gay, or you're this, or you're that. So it's kind of like it puts you in a position where it's like you seek that out to see what that is. And then sometimes if you're not lucky enough to find like a mentor, somebody who kind of knows who they are and may also be in your same boat, if you're not lucky enough to find that person, or if you're not strong enough within yourself to realize certain things are not for you, you fall victim to all of those stereotypes that you might not have wanted to become part of, or you might be in those situations that you might not. You compromise yourself, to be honest. Like, you put yourself in a compromising position where, things happen that maybe shouldn't have happened, or maybe wouldn't have happened had you had somebody who supported you as a person, opposed to stereotype you because of something that they noticed or that they observed. Sometimes everything is not perceived differently, so it's kind of like people might think, and this was another thing that I always had when I was growing up. People perceived me to be gay before I even knew who I was. So it was kind of like I felt like I put myself in certain positions trying to figure things out, and it forced me to be in a situation where I attempted to date girls. I've done things with females that maybe I probably wouldn't have done had I not tried to figure things out a certain way. Like life is about trial and error, and I found I had some trials, and at times it was like, oh, this is nice, this is not what I want. I didn't like that. You have to kind of do certain things to figure it out. But if people would just mind their own business and allow you to be you, you can figure that out on your own.
So we're out of time this week, but all three of us will be back next week with more information and more opinions and just more awesomeness. So make sure you check it out.
Tune in.